Hello, everybody. Welcome to some Osu Mania 4 Key World Cup 2024 action. We've got some finals level play ready for you guys, and this is going to be a fun one. This is our one and only winners bracket match for the finals round. We got the United States, our number 1 seed, versus our number 3 seed Thailand, fighting for a guaranteed top 2 spot. The loser will still be in the tournament, but will have to fight through the winner of the losers bracket finals spot to maintain their ability to make it to grand finals against whoever wins this match. But I am one of your commentators, Toph Daddy, joined here by Potassium F. How's it going?
I am so excited for this match in particular as well, because even though, United States have looked kind of unstoppable last year and also this year, but last week, Thailand was kind of cooking.
They certainly were cooking. I mean, we saw so many really good scores from Thailand, and I even went through this earlier today just to kind of see how it would go, because like you said, the United States has looked unstoppable. Haven't lost a point so far this tournament. Looking incredibly good. But if we look at how these two teams played last week, Thailand versus the United States, they played 5 maps similar to each other. So that 5 of the maps that they played were the same as the others. Thailand would have won 2 of those picks. So we're looking at a 3-2 kind of deal with those 5 picks, and that is even an understatement for how close these two teams are with how well they've performed so far.
Yeah, I think pretty much all of the 5 maps they played as well, that was within a couple thousand points. That wasn't a big lead for either one of the teams. But now, of course, the map pool is significantly harder this week, and I'm going to say that might favor United States, particularly in the LN section, I think.
I definitely think you are on the right track. And I mean, Thailand, very, very solid, like consistently with the rice picks. I think the rice picks, like against maybe what people would necessarily expect, I think Thailand are going to be very comfortable with those rice picks. They performed so well on them last week and were just consistent in general. You know, on the picks that Thailand was able to perform particularly better than the United States, it came down to that consistency in the United States. Despite having as strong a physicality as they have, their consistency is not quite as strong as you might expect. So Thailand looking to be able to take advantage of that, already picking into the technical side of things. I believe Rice 6 coming out as an immediate pick, and I can't even talk about this because these teams are getting ready so fast. They're ready to get in and on.
It's been, not even 2 minutes and we're already past the pick ban and already into the first map as well. This one's a fairly long one, I guess, compared to some of the other shorter picks that we have in the Rice pool this time.
Yeah, I mean, the real big thing to, take from this is that Rice 1 was banned by the United States. So that speed map already getting out of the way. And Thailand obviously noticing that, wanting to opt for the Rice maps in general. And in this case, going for the Rice map that is most comparable to that Rice 1 selection. Going for the speed map, this one just a little bit more on the stamina side and has a few more technical patterns, but still going to give them the best chance to kind of have that comparable pattern structure to what they saw from the speed map in Rice 1.
My god, these are some good accuracies to start off the map with. I think there's 4 players right now on 99.9. Paponga actually drops down a little bit to 99.7, but Tristan Jacob has kind of matched that accuracy.
Yeah, and actually Thailand taking an accuracy advantage where we may have not seen in previous rounds. Konkawa absolutely destroying the accuracy in this map, 99.94 so far. And we see a little bit of an accuracy drop from Hello Sun as well, dropping to around the same as Tristan Jacob. Paponga still holding onto the full combo and holding on, but Hello Sun finds a break, and Thailand going to take a small lead from that as they hold on to the accuracy lead and the combo lead now, as Neptune also finding a little bit of an accuracy drop. Konkawa well into the lead as far as combos and accuracy goes.
Tristan Jacob finding another miss as well. That's only 1 full combo left on the side of United States on Nepogen's side. There's still 3 full combos on Thailand.
And that's a 9,000 point lead now, halfway through this map. This is a bit on the longer side, like you said, 2.5 minutes. 9,000, a little bit more difficult to overcome as a score lead then it would be on a shorter map. Neptune doing their best to hold on, but Kankawa doing a good job of holding onto the accuracy to neutralize Neptune's score, and the two misses on the side of the United States, Parponger and Pavin doing a great job of keeping control of, even if they're starting to drop a little bit of accuracy, that combo game is doing a huge work going into the last quarter as a 10,000 point lead holds on in Thailand's favor.
Yeah, more 200s for Parponger, the accuracy actually being fairly low compared to everyone else, but as you said, it doesn't really matter as long as you're holding on to the full combo, and Tristan Jacob as well is having a bit of a lower accuracy at the same time. So yeah, the real story here is those two combo breaks. That is everything right now in the score difference. And are they going to three-way full combo this?
No way. Not a chance, right? Konkawi finally dropping below to 99.9, by the way. Tristan finding another break.
That's crazy.
And a three-way full combo for Thai. I mean...
Oh, SS for Konkawi.
No way! That, I mean, not just the double S, but best ratio in the lobby by 31 300s. I mean, we've been seeing Neptune as one of the best accuracy players in this tournament, and Konkawi just waltzing into this match like, I'm going to match you. I'm going to match you and be better than you so that we can get this match here. And that's a good opening pick from Thailand there.
That is a crazy team performance from Thailand. They are absolutely ready, it looks like, and I was expecting them to do well. I think they're scaling a little bit better than I thought they would, even after last week.
Hey, I mean, as long as they're able to keep up, they were keeping up with the United States pretty well, and that is the United States' first lost point this entire tournament. So already putting on a show, trying to make sure that they're not going down without a fight. But the United States does have a selection here, and all 4 long note maps available for them.
Also, the SV map, something that Thailand has kind of struggled with so far. I guess their biggest quote-unquote weakness there, if United States have practiced it.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the tournament, we've seen the U.S. obviously putting the practice into the SVs, but Hybrid 1 actually going to be the first selection. Maybe a little bit of a surprise, but this one definitely a little more on the long note side. After looking through it, like, there's so many difficult long note coordination patterns. Those gaps between the long notes in this map are so tough.
And I see this as maybe a bit of a focus against Thailand's third player. I wonder who Thailand are going to be putting in between Kiru and Parponger, because Parponger is the player that I would expect to have more of like the physicality needed to play something like, you know, obviously 274 BPM, a lot of really fast speed patterns in this one. But of course, Kiru being the LN hybrid player that has been playing for Thailand so far.
Yeah, definitely trying to push that physicality in conjunction with the LN difficulty. Parponger already swapping out, so I guess I mean, at this point it looks like Thailand's just trying to make a decision on who to put in. And this is exactly the kind of pick you expect from the United States, where they're just like, we have a more well-rounded team than you. We're going to pick the hybrids, so we have a better opportunity to kind of get you out of your comfort zone. And that's, you know, exactly what they're looking at. Parponger comes back in, so they're looking for that physicality as opposed to the LN ability for the Thailand team. But they're going to have to potentially hope for some mistakes if the United States did in fact choose correctly and are looking for, you know, the overall well-roundedness to overcome the, you know, physical and LN capabilities of the Thailand players.
This is going to be fairly interesting because I don't think I've actually seen Parponger play a hybrid or an LN map since last year. So I want to see how much Parponger's improved on that front here.
It's definitely pretty interesting. I mean, you mentioned the physicality being pretty important. The opening does not really venture far, but it gets right into those long nodes, and Parponger definitely a little bit on the weaker side accuracy-wise. Retrom not too far behind, about 99.5. Parponger trying to build it back up, but a clear accuracy lead for the United States as long as no major mistakes start to happen, and we're already seeing that build up to just about 4,000, but just off of accuracy.
Yeah, Reshiram recovers the accuracy a little bit now. Holy, but HelloSun actually finding the first miss for the United States. Still 3 full combos for Thailand, which means they're going to get a little bit of a lead, but it does not look like that's going to be very significant at all.
And Parponger actually does find a break. Traded right back from HelloSun, so 2 misses from HelloSun, 1 from Parponger, and Two full combos on the teams. Otherwise, the accuracy from the full combos on the side of Thailand are actually better than the United States as well. It's just the difference between Hello Sun and Parponger potentially keeping this really close as we get to the halfway mark. And it looks like the United States might be able to build this back up, but Thailand, for the time being, has a very tiny lead.
Oh my god, less than 1,000 points there. As, I mean, the real story for Thailand right now is that Parponger needs to bring his accuracy up, and United States also on Hello Sun. Whoever brings up that accuracy the fastest is going to walk away with a tiny sliver of lead. But
oh my god, and we're getting into the bigger part. Everyone back up against 400 combo, and there's basically no lead at all. The United States trying to build that back up. Their accuracy clearly better than the Thailand side, so it should start going in their favor, but they do need to hold the consistency. Already, we've started to see a little bit of a consistency issue with the United States compared to Thailand, but Pavin is going to be the next miss. Now it's one full combo to 2 for the United States.
Biggest accuracy on Thailand gone. Parponger now finds a miss here, and I think it's falling apart for Thailand at the very end of the map here. Still 2 full combos on United States.
Yeah, 2 full combos, and Parponger continuing to find breaks. Those Ellens not treating them very well. And about 20,000 points of difference now in favor of the United States. So we get the last few patterns, just that jump stream break, and the United States responding with a point of their own.
And God, that did not feel like 20,000 points of lead. But United States gets it done in the end. Nepijin with the MVP there. 993k. That's a 1-200 from Hello Sun as well.
I was about to mention 1-200 from Hello Sun, 2-200s from Pavin. Better ratio from Pavin as well. It's solely off the back of that full combo that Nepijin managed to get that MVP. Konkawi also right behind with that FC. So really, really good scores across the board. It was just a little bit of inconsistency from Thailand on those long note sections that gave the United States the ability to take that.
But I gotta say, it doesn't look so bad at all for Thailand on some of these more physical, LN patterns here. I think Parponger was definitely keeping up with the combo at the very least for the most part.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Thailand absolutely had an opportunity to take that, and they're going right back into the tech selection. Rice 7. You got her Yori Itai coming through. Not the Hunter Yori Itai, the other one.
that was my first thought when I heard this map was in the pool.
It's not the Hunter
I think
song.
Mifa told me, oh, Yori Itai's in the pool. I'm like, what? Another TV size happening?
I mean, I thought the same thing, because I talked to Lemon Guy a lot, and I was like, Yori Itai's in the pool? What's going on? What are we doing here? But different song. This one, very heavy. I mean, okay, so Rice 7 in this pool has been mostly like broken jump stream type things, and this kind of holds that same kind of broken jump stream-ish zone, but it definitely moves further into that like hard tech with heavy mini jacks, and it's fast enough that like even if there is broken jump stream, it's 330 BPM broken jump stream. It almost doesn't feel like it. It feels like fast jacks, which is definitely Thailand pushing that like confidence with their physicality, trying to make sure that they are getting things that they're comfortable with and trying to make sure that the United States chokes, because this map is super easy to choke.
Yeah, absolutely. And that combo, those single misses are really what's going to side all of these Rice maps, I feel like, because both of the teams, I don't think there's any significant accuracy advantage that either team has in the Rice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we just saw that Thailand actually had a slight accuracy advantage overall on their first Rice pick. And out of the gate, we see a pretty similar accuracies, but Konkawi going to find an early break a little before 400 combos, so a little bit less impactful, but still a miss as all 5 other players are holding on to full combos. And all 3 United States players holding just around the 99.9 range in accuracy. Nepijin, 99.95. What do you do?
Oh, these are crazy accuracies right now for the United States. 7,000 point lead off of the back of that miss as well. Konkawi's building back up, and Tristan Jacob actually finds the first miss for the United States. That's going to do a little bit more point damage than Konkawi's miss earlier.
It certainly is. And we already see that lead below 2,000 as it is. Tristan building up to the 400 combo, and it looks like the United States is going to hold onto a lead halfway through this map. But the accuracy lead, well in favor of the United States. Right now, it's just Konkawi's missed a little bit in a better position than Tristan, so Thailand still within striking distance. We've got lots of chokeable patterns still left as the jacks continue to come through. And this is just so close. Nepogen increasing accuracy to 99.96. What is this?
Absolutely no one on the Thailand side able to match Nepogen right now. Pavan does actually hit that 99.9 as well. But still 2,000 points. It's just enough, looks like, for United States. But wait, oh, there's an accuracy drop from Nepogen.
That was a huge accuracy drop too. We see the lead actually shrinking down so
oh my god, 3,000,
quickly.
it's flickering across. There's hand in the back.
Oh my god, Thailand holding on super strong.
Oh,
Konkawi missing.
Nepogen missing as well.
Oh my god, 230 points.
That is crazy. Those two misses at the very end.
I need to check. Hold on, give me a second. Oh my god, at 239 is the correct difference. And that's a breakpoint for the United States. So close!
That was insane. Despite there being two full combos on the side of Thailand as well, Paponga and Pavan both with the FC. Hello Sun as well. But the miss at the end from Nepogen, I mean, that was just like a crazy trade in general.
That was, I mean, it was so close and right at the end. Oh my goodness. That, yeah, like you said, 2 FCs for Thailand. Hello-san also finding the FC for the United States, but the overall accuracy for the United States just overcoming the 2 full combos from Thailand, and the United States had an opportunity to solidify a lead. And at this point, oh, what do they pick here? I don't even know. LN1 maybe?
I would be concerned about LN1. I'm wondering whether Kuru could keep up with the physicality here, because if he can, then that's a very terrifying LN1 lineup for Thailand.
Definitely is. I was sort of thinking along the lines of trying to keep with Hybrid 1, but LN1 is the pick. Looking for that LN advantage. And I can't imagine Parponger coming out for this one. Like you said.
Yeah.
Kuru is going to come in for this. You're able to keep up with it, trying to get that accuracy side, and this might be, I mean, we'll see. It could potentially be a misplay from the United States, keeping away from the more physically oriented LN maps.
I would definitely think forcing Paponga to play the LNs would have been the play here, but we'll see how this plays out, because of course United States are super strong when it comes to the LN1 picks themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they've been performing basically top 1, top 2 the entire tournament on these LN1 selections. But Thailand, not too far behind. I mean, they've been performing super well just in general in the pools. But we did expect the United States to kind of be, leaning towards that long note side of things because of how good Thailand has been on the consistency and physicality of the right side. Parponger, and I mean, getting Parponger out is maybe the goal here, trying to make sure that he's not playing these maps.
We'll see how that ends up working out for them so far, at least. Just starting off in the map, this is going to be a very difficult one to act overall.
Yeah, we see Pavan and Nepogen holding on to the highest accuracies in the lobby. Peachmaro actually not having the strongest start, dropping below 99.5 in that intro, but everyone holding on to the combos, so Thailand going to hold on to a very slight lead as the accuracies just stay a little bit more consistent for them.
Pavan drops down a little bit down to the 99.7 range as Nepogen increasing the accuracy once again, 99.86 currently.
That said, Peachmaro still trying to build that accuracy back up. Lowest in the lobby, but Kuru dropping a little bit down, matching a little bit, so you can see kind of you can see matchups from each team. Peachmaro and Kuru trying to hold on to each other, Hello Sun and Pavan trying to stay around each other, and Nepogen doing what they can to outclass Konkawi. Kuru does find the first combo break in the lobby, though. The United States going to take about a 6,000 point lead out of that.
Yeah, decently large ACK drop there for Kuru as well, down to 99.4. That's the lowest ACK in the lobby currently, and United States with a big lead now, especially as Pavan and Kuru both miss once again. United States still with a 3 full combos. There's going to be a big lead here. Peachmaro does trade one of them back, but But ultimately, this is going to stay.
Kiru does trade actually that back again, so the United States is going to take a very strong advantage, about 12,000 points of a lead, as Neptune continues to increase that accuracy, trying to stay around that 99.87, and Hello Sun doing a good job of holding on at the same level of Konkawa, so it's just the misses right now, keeping Thailand behind as that 12,000 point lead stays roughly similar with everyone well above the 400 combo now.
Yeah, we are only halfway through the map. There's still a long way left, but there was quite a few misses there for Thailand, so it's going to require at least, I would say at least 3 or 4 misses from United States to make this one back.
We do have a solo section here, which has some of the harder patterns in this map, so we can see some combo breaks, but no one finding any uncomfortability here. That lead is staying just around 12,000 as Kiru finds another breaking Konkawa, the last full combo on the side of Thailand, also finds a break, and that's going to extend the lead for the United States.
Yeah, looking like a very solid pick after all for the United States. Maybe finding something that Thailand perhaps not quite comfortable on this week. Peach Marrow. Oh, Hello Sun and Peach Marrow both finding a drop there. But I don't think that's going to dent the score lead too much. Oh, if there's more misses, maybe, actually.
We are continuing to see a few misses from the United States side. Kiru trades one of them back. Lead staying around 14,000 points. A lot of combo in this, so 14,000 is still quite a bit to recover from. If Kiru didn't miss, it would have been a little bit closer, but we're getting to the last few patterns, and a breakdown has to happen, and Konkawa finding another break there, as Neptune potentially the only full combo on this LN1 pick for the lobby, and the United States solidifying their lead here with a 3-1 lead on LN1.
That's just an insane score from Neptune as well. By far the best accuracy in the lobby, as well as the only full combo.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, on a pick like this as well, there are so many releases to keep track of. I don't know how you actually manage to release them accurately.
I've known this guy for so long. Everything he does, I just don't understand.
But that is going to be a 2-point lead now for United States after winning that break point earlier and securing their own pick. Now Thailand are going to go for Fireball next. They're going to continue with the technical picks.
I honestly would have expected this to come out before Rice 7 from Thailand. I mean, this is a minute and a half. It's really, really fast and super chokeable, and Thailand has been so consistent on maps like this. So this is kind of the expectation outside as far as this kind of thing goes. I mean, Thailand, my thought process on how Thailand's going to pick is they're going to go for the Rice, because I think they're stronger on Rice than they are on long notes and hybrids. And they're going to want to go for things that are chokeable and fast and require a huge amount of physicality, because the United States has not been as consistent in that. So Fireball makes sense, Rice 5 makes sense. I think as far as like future picks go, Rice 2 makes a lot of sense. Vigorous distribution seems like the right area to go into after that, but they do need to find some way to like kind of dig into the United States, because they're a breakpoint behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. They are going to end up having to win one of those LN or hybrid picks in the future, which, I mean, they have shown they're capable of. So perhaps we might see something like that go in the future, but they absolutely need to be winning the rest of their picks as well. So this is a super important one for Thailand.
It certainly is. And a minute and a half. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think, like, despite this being so short and chokeable, I do think physically, or at least stamina-wise, this is the easiest to keep up with. It just requires that speed. And I think that's going to benefit Thailand a lot here, especially with how consistent they've been overall.
Yeah, single misses are going to dent the score so much. It'll be so quick to see this bar shrinking and growing if we do see any big mistakes. And already we can see the back and forth that's happening. Everyone holding strong accuracies at the start here.
God. I can't believe everyone's holding on to combos so well. Lowest accuracy in the library right now, 99.71.
We do know the end of this map as well is super choke heavy, chokeable, I should say. it's 1,000. This is hanging on by a thread right now. 1,000 points to United States, just off of a little accuracy difference.
Yeah, I mean, we're already through. Oh my goodness! An accuracy break from Neptune there actually gives the lead, huge lead to Thailand. About 4,000 points. We still have the ending, like you said, the hardest part of the map to get through, but we have 6 full combos right now.
Oh my god, goodness. This is insane. 2,000 points. We can't afford any 200s even, and we see a bit of an accuracy drop from Paponga, it looks like, in Pavan. 2,000 points in the favor of United States, and Pavan finds the miss at the very end of the map. That's going to be United States taking another break point.
What was that?
What just happened?
Excuse me? That's a 3-way full combo from the United States. Also, Konkawa 1-200 FC 994. Excuse me?
Yeah, Konkawa been getting these MVPs on all of the Rice maps, it feels like.
That is a brutally good score. I don't know what to say about that.
Oh my god, that's 2 breakpoints now for the United States, though. They're starting to run away a little bit with the momentum, despite these Rice maps being so close.
Yeah, and the United States does take a timeout, looking to get a little bit of their breath back. All of the tech picks now gone. Thailand's potentially main selection point, main strategy now starting to dwindle. They're going to have to find something else to move into. They do have 3 Rice picks left, but the United States has a lot of opportunity to kind of move into what they want to. I could definitely see an LN3 pick coming out from the United States if they wanted to, you know, similar to how they went with Hybrid 1, kind of get Parponger out of the lobby, or at least put Parponger in a position to be a little uncomfortable on a map.
Yeah, LN3 would definitely force Parponger to come back in. I wonder as well if the timeout might kind of signify a potential SV pick coming around the corner, because that one I do think should definitely favor the United States as well.
Could definitely see that coming as well. But I need to look back on this. The Protect from the United States was that SV2. Looking to keep that in the realm of play, so I would not be surprised to see that come out from the United States here to, you know, really, really push that momentum in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And potentially picking the timeout so they can go double check all their settings for the SV maps, because you know a lot of players do like to switch around scroll speed and even skins sometimes, right, for the different SV maps.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see what the strategy is here. I imagine if I were in the United States shoes, it's either LN3 coming out or it's SV2. Like, that's kind of what you're looking at. And then if you're in Thailand's position, it's like, you've got to hope that you put the practice in, right, for SV2. Or in the case of LN3, you've got to make sure that you have the physicality to keep up with it. And so far, the consistency has been super well in the United States' favor. They managed to handle Rice 6 very well with that speedy, bursty kind of stream-based structure, but nothing else has really worked for them on the consistency side, despite the fact that the United States maybe didn't look super consistent on Rice last week.
Yeah, United States definitely performing extremely well so far on all of these picks, with quite a lot of full combos themselves coming out. But this pick, I mean, this pick has to just depend. How long do you want to keep the SV in the back pocket?
I mean, at a certain point, like, they're already 2 breakpoints ahead, right? Like,
yeah, I would say now is a pretty good time to be pulling it out, but I definitely have seen teams sometimes like to wait until match point to bring it out.
Yeah.
I know Japan has done that quite a lot in the past.
Okay, and you were right about the prediction there, that they took the timeout to kind of get themselves ready for SV2. And the pick comes out. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Thailand can get good scores on it. I think we saw some actually fairly strong scores from them last week, even on the SV, but the problem is I don't think it's quite good enough against a team like the United States, who does practice heavily on these SV picks as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, you look at the qualifiers and you look at how SV performances have gone for every team so far, and before this round, you would have said Japan was the best SV team in the tournament, and now that they're eliminated, the US doesn't really have a huge amount of competition anymore.
Well, I mean, we still have the lower bracket teams that are coming up. South Korea and China have both looked super strong on those SV picks.
That is true, but even saying that the United States has looked so strong on SVs, it's hard to vote against them on a pick like this.
Yeah, that is true as well. But we'll see how this one goes.
Especially a map like this, where those patterns, you have some teleports and some invisible notes that if, you're not necessarily fully prepared for, you can miss easily on. Even if you are fully prepared for, you can just find some random misses, and even a team as good as the United States is at SVs, I could see some misses happening, and as long as Thailand put in the practice, they could absolutely put some work in on this.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And as you said, if we do have misses coming in on a map like this, which is still very possible, that is going to impact the score lead so much more than any of these other picks in the pool because of the low note count in the map as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What does this have, like 1,200, 1,400 note count maximum? It's real low, and each note that you miss is going to cost you thousands of points. Accuracy is not going to be as important to keep as much as combo because of that, and I think it's easier to drop combo misses than it is to drop accuracy misses, especially when it comes to those invisible note sections.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see as we're starting in right now. Oh, okay. Map is over, guys. Oops. United States wins.
Rip. All right, we got two players on Thailand who did not put in the practice for it, so I don't know what else to say at this point. I was hoping that Thailand put in the practice, but we've got two players at the 60% range, as far as the United States has 399%, and we're 20 seconds in, it's 200,000 points of difference.
Yeah, and even if they did put in the practice, would it matter anyway, as we see United States on some pretty insane... I don't know how Reshiram is doing this, but it's happening.
I do know how Reshiram does this, because he's really good at SV. And the invisible notes come in and nothing changes. Tristan does find a miss, but it's not a contest at this point. 600k, there's nothing to really say.
Yeah, all that's really left to see is what are the team scores going to look like for United States? How big can they flex in the end here? We did see a miss earlier from Tristan Jacob, but of course, not going to matter whatsoever.
Yeah, we're going to see a 998 from Reshiram. Is that what we're going to see here?
Yeah, Reshiram's just he's just playing a regular 3-star ranked map right now.
Man, this guy's crazy. I was on a team with this guy for a couple years, and I remember him being comfortable with it. He was our third SV player for a while, and now he's just maybe the best SV player in the United States that we've ever seen. What is going on?
Yeah, Reshiram's been not even just in the United States, he's been one of the best SV players in the whole tournament, by far, I think. So
oh, yeah, he beat Kruke on pretty much every SV map that was in this tournament.
That is an insane thing to say.
Yeah. No, he got the number 1 score on the qualifier SV map ahead of Kruke. I couldn't believe that when I saw it. And he's just keeping it going.
I'm just staring at that accuracy in the bottom left right now for the whole map, pretty much.
This is not okay.
This is nuts.
Oh my goodness. What do you do? The score difference between the teams doesn't matter because it was basically decided early on, but that's a 997.
Oh my god, 65.
No! Not okay.
God
Actually
damn it.
Not okay.
Now that's a flex.
No. Absolutely not. I'm glad someone's holding up the mantle of US SV supremacy, but like that's not okay.
Okay, well, United States managed to take their own pick pretty
Wow.
cleanly.
Wow, what a surprise.
Who would have thought? Yeah. Was pretty much decided in the very first note, I would say. But
and Thailand following it up with a timeout of their own, so we got a little bit of time to deal with here. I mean, Rice 2 has to be the pick, right?
I think so, yeah. Out of the ones remaining, I mean, I could see a Rice 4.
That's the other one I was thinking too.
A bit dangerous, perhaps. But I mean, hey, to be fair, against United States, is there any safe pick? No.
I mean, no, I don't think there's really a safe. I mean, SV2 might have been the only safe pick against Thailand as it was for the United States, which is why they protected it. So it's like, you know, you're in a position where it's like in that situation. But, I mean, what do you really do? You go for either, let's go for hardcore accuracy, see if they can hold the consistency with the jacks. As long as we can take that point. Or it's Rice 2, where it's full send on the physicality consistency side of things and, you know, dare them to miss again, which they've been trying to do this whole match, but it just only has worked out on Rice 6 so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it hasn't worked on the other picks. I think it has worked. It's just by the slimmest of margins has slipped out at the very last second on both of those other Rice maps.
Yeah, I mean, it's a position where this could have easily been a 3-2 match, right? Where Thailand could be even potentially leading if they had a good performance, but it's such a rough position to have, you know, even lost that first breakpoint on Rice 7 by 200 points, right? That winning that point changes the momentum of this whole match. Instead of 5-1, even it's 4-2, and they still have like a lot of opportunity to kind of move themselves into this match, but they're in a rough position now, and they've got to start getting points back, or they're going to start getting into the point of no return, where they run out of Rice picks, and the United States just has too many available opportunities to win on long notes and stuff like that.
Yeah, they need to win 2 of those as well on the long note hybrid pool to be able to come back in this one. But of course, this is going to matter a whole lot right now as well, because if they cannot afford another breakpoint, not at all. And I guess it is between Rice 2 and Rice 4, because those 2 skill sets in particular have been what Thailand have been dominating on, at least for the past few rounds as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Rice 3 would make sense, but that's more of a consistency. That's less of a miss choke kind of map. So that's kind of away from what they would be aiming for in the match overall.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, Thailand's accuracy for Rice picks has been very good in general. I could see a Rice 3 coming out, but I think it's better for them mentally to go with something a little shorter, more focused on keeping consistency on shorter stuff, and Rice 2 does come out. And making sure that United States, you know, with the higher physicality requirement, without the stamina needed, just, you know, keep that consistency without stamina, and make it so that the United States has to perform with the high physicality to beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be seeing the usual players coming back in, of course, for Thailand here, and United States as well.
Yeah, the interesting part about this map that, like, I noticed about watching this is that the patterns themselves, not terribly difficult for the most part. There are a few specific parts of this where the accuracy and consistency are going to be tested super, super hard, because there's high density sections that last maybe half a second multiple times throughout this, and especially that ending where that density really pushes it is going to be an important part to kind of keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, talking about density at all when we're saying 280 BPM is already terrifying me, but these players have shown that
280 BPM density in finals, not even the highest stage.
Yeah, my 2017 common sense does not fly nowadays. These players are just out of their mind.
2017, where density was 250 BPM jump stream, and All that kind of nonsense. Now we're at 280 in finals before even the final stage. We're just like, I don't even know how to read this anymore.
And looks like we have everyone in here getting ready to start this one after the bit of a break that the players had. Hopefully have adjusted their scroll speeds. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes for Thailand. Should be a fairly strong pick for them, but of course they can't afford many more mistakes at all.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose this, the United States has multiple picks on their own to kind of just do what they need to, or do what they want to, really. And 3 mirrors coming out. We see a little bit of discomfort coming out from a lot of players in this lobby trying to make sure that they have the right hand on some of those, especially those one-hand drills towards the end. I could definitely see that being a reason to push that mirror.
Yeah, one-hand trills are up there as one of the most common reasons for players to use mirror, right?
I mean, yeah, if I had left-hand one-hand trills on anything, I'd immediately mirror it, guaranteed.
Oh my god, it is super close. Out of the gates here, 1,000, 2,000 points in favor of the United States. Just off of a little bit of accuracy, Paponga is the lowest in the lobby right now at 99.73, so not far behind whatsoever.
And Hello finds a break, and Thailand going to take a small lead out of that 3 full combos with the side of Thailand. A slight accuracy lead for the United States, but this is so short that accuracy is not going to matter quite as much. So Thailand is going to take a little bit of a lead. We have a little bit of a denser section towards the end, a little bit of a less dense, so to speak, but they're still dealing with it. Reshiram a little low on the accuracy side as well, but Neptune doing what they can to keep that accuracy lead inside of the United States, but Thailand holding on with those full combos as those one-hand drills cause some accuracy breaks, and this is so close now.
It's flipping based off the accuracy alone. Oh my god.
1,000 points. Speed section's coming up. Last quarter of this map. This last section is so hard. It gets so dense. The United States takes the lead, it looks like. I can't tell, actually.
Oh, it's at the very last seconds of the map. Why is it decided at this point again?
No,
Stop
don't.
doing this. Less than 1,000 points, and Pavan finds a miss.
No!
That's going to decide it.
Oh my goodness.
How are all of these rice maps?
That's not a double S. That's not a double S.
Oh my god.
Why did he leave the lobby?
Is unreal. That was so close towards the end, though. That was almost a 3-way full combo for Thailand.
That was so close.
And it feels like just so many of these points have just barely slipped the net for Thailand, gone over towards the United States in the last 5 seconds of, I would say, 4 of these maps. I think those 3 rice maps and even hybrid one, same story there, just towards the very end of the map. These misses at the end are costing so much in the score.
I can't believe that. But it is match point for the United States now. On their own pick, they've got 3 long notes and 2 hybrids left, whatever they feel comfortable with. I mean, I mentioned it before, LN3 feels like the right decision here. Make sure make sure Thailand's in a position to either say Parponga needs to be here for physicality or push Parponga out because of the long notes.
Yeah, I think, thinking about it some more, all of the LN picks feel pretty good in general for United States. LN3, LN4 even might make some sense here, you know, if you're assuming that Kiru can't play the other LNs as well. Paponga playing LN4 I don't think is going to end too well for Thailand. Oh, wait, what is this?
Whoa, okay. Jax? I don't like this pick. I think this pick is bad.
Yeah, this is a crazy pick to be pulling out. They're picking Thailand's best pick out of all of the maps remaining in the pool.
Yeah, straight up. Like, this is what I would have expected Thailand to go into next. What is going on?
I mean, that said, I guess this doesn't change too much from like a whole match point of view because there's only 2 rice picks left. So even if Thailand win those 2, we still have the same number of LN hybrid picks that Thailand has to win. But yeah, definitely this is the way that you let Thailand get some momentum back.
Yeah, I mean, right. It's like, give Thailand the opportunity to come back. It's like, give them some momentum, give them some confidence if you win this. I think this is such a bad pick.
Yeah, we've seen Thailand have some scary team scores, I think 2 weeks ago. I don't think this was played last week, but as long as they can keep up with this BPM here, which, I mean, they've shown that they have very, very strong physicality in these 3 players. So I reckon Thailand's going to be really strong on this one as well. This might come down once again to the very end of the map.
I guess we'll have to see. I mean, we've seen so many of these core jack picks come down to just accuracy in general. Like, it's not really about combo to a certain extent. With teams as good as these 2 are, it's about making sure that you have the core jack accuracy. And, you know, I think the United States does have a slight advantage when it comes to accuracy on this kind of thing, but
I think it's really slight, though.
It's like really slight, and it's enough that a miss does actually give it to Thailand pretty clearly.
Yeah, we can see. Oh man. Okay. 4 players above that. 5 players actually above the 99.9 right now, and Nepijin onto some ridiculous. Okay, it drops.
It doesn't matter.
It drops a little bit. Yeah, it drops a little bit there.
Accuracy lead slightly in the United States' favor. I think.
Paponga and Hello-san are tying. So Paponga and Hello-san, actually Paponga drops a little bit of accuracy. So yeah, definitely in the United States' favor right now.
So does Hello-san as well, but Hello-san and Paponga are well below Hello-san now. United States taking an accuracy advantage, especially with Nepijin at that 99.96. Pavan and Konkawi doing what they can to keep it up, a 5,000 point lead, and Pavan finds a break halfway through the chart, and that's going to give the United States a slight lead, now about a 2-miss advantage for them.
Yeah, that's a big miss. It was a fairly clean miss. If you're looking at the positives here, Pavan's still on 99.86, just about, but Paponga now finding a miss.
Can't say the name. Can't say their names or you're going to curse them. And
yeah.
This comes up 22,000 points now as the United States just absolutely pushes that lead to 24,000. Such a consistent... This consistency wasn't necessarily here last week, but they're just really pushing that as Pavan and Paponga find more breaks. And Kawhi the only one managing to hold on.
Team score.
That's not okay.
Oh my god.
Double F from Tristan Jacob, 100 from Nepijin and Hello Sun. Okay.
That's why they picked it. Okay.
I guess so.
Lost stamina at the end. Yeah, right.
Yeah, got a 100 is what lost stamina means.
Lost stamina. I only got 1-30 ratio. God damn it.
Only 1-30 ratio. I dropped a 100, guys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, United States, they're looking strong and they're guaranteed top 2 now as they win 7-1. That should not have been a 7-1.
No,
by
absolutely
any means.
not. I honestly, going into this, I expected like 7-3, 7-4. I was like looking at a few conversations being like, this could be tiebreaker. And I was like, yeah, that could definitely happen. This was too close to call a 7-1.
Absolutely. Like, we saw, 200-point difference. We saw multiple maps being decided in the last 5 seconds, but every single one of those went to the United States, which is why we end up here. But of course, Thailand not out of it yet. They are still guaranteed top 3. And they're still guaranteed to move on to next week in the grand finals, so they will be facing whoever wins in our last match of the weekend between South Korea and China.
And I'm so excited for this match between South Korea and China. just looking at how they performed in this finals map pool in their first matches already, I think this is going to be one of the best matches of the tournament, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how many people out there have actually gone back and checked those matches, but those matches between China and Korea that they won yesterday, I think there was a whole bunch of maps that they played in common, and for anyone that's watching here, pretty much all of them were within a couple thousand points in team score of each other.
Absolutely they were, but it's going to be really exciting. We've got that match coming up tomorrow at 13 UTC. That's in about 8. Oh, I guess not tomorrow, technically.
Yeah, depends what you are.
I mean, for me, it's still today, but I suppose still 8 hours from now. Some of you might be asleep by then, but one way or another, it's in 8 hours at 13 UTC. It's going to be the last match of this finals weekend, followed up by the grand finals map pool for whichever team manages to make it through to join the United States and Thailand in the grand finals. But I think we've only got one more thing left, and I think it's just related to me needing to know how I can support these teams.
So how can we support these teams?
I have a wonderful way to support these teams, and if you go to the Osu store, you can buy your team banners. You can buy them for $2.50 USD, and you can buy them for whatever team you want to support going into the end of this tournament. We've got 4 teams left. We've got the United States, we've got Thailand, we've got South Korea, we've got China. You can support whichever one you want for the end of this tournament. Plus, even if you want to, you can support any of the other 28 teams that have been eliminated from the tournament already and put that on your banner. But if you buy one of the last 4 remaining and predict the winner of it, it gets to stay on your profile for an extra long time until the next World Cup comes around. What an exciting concept. How do you feel about that?
That sounds super exciting as well. Don't forget, you can also stack them as well. So we've been seeing some fairly long profiles recently. You can join that exclusive club.
You can join that exclusive club, but with that, we'll just be closing out the stream, waiting for the last match of finals, South Korea versus China, for a spot in grand finals. You don't want to miss it. I hope to see you guys then. We'll see you guys later.